My dear friends, thank you for being here today. As a surgeon who has spent decades observing the effects of lifestyle choices on the human body, I can tell you something with absolute confidence. Movement is medicine. Yet, not all movements are created equal, especially as we age beyond 60. Walking has long been celebrated as the safest, most accessible form of exercise, and for good reason. It strengthens the heart, lowers blood pressure, and improves circulation. But in the later years of life, our bodies demand more balance, more flexibility, more strength, and more joint stability. That is why today, I want to introduce you to 5 specific exercises that, according to both medical research and clinical experience, can offer even greater benefits than walking alone. These are surgeon-approved exercises designed to support bone density, prevent falls, reduce joint pain, and improve your overall quality of life well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Let me begin by emphasizing a vital truth. Aging is not an illness, it's a natural process that can be lived gracefully, provided we support the body intelligently. Our muscles, joints, and bones thrive on challenge, the right kind of challenge. Too often, I see older adults who rely solely on gentle walking for their physical activity, believing it's sufficient. But over time, walking alone can fail to maintain upper body strength, core stability, or balance coordination. And when these are neglected, the risk of falls, fractures, and chronic pain increases dramatically. So, my friends, the goal is not to abandon walking, rather. It's to enhance it with exercises that engage more of your body's systems. These movements are not extreme or unsafe. They are practical, low impact, and proven to help seniors remain strong, steady, and independent. The first exercise I recommend is resistance band training. As a surgeon, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to preserve muscle mass after 60. Sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle tissue, begins subtly, but accelerates every decade after midlife. Resistance bands offer an incredibly safe and adaptable way to combat this decline. Whether you're sitting in a chair or standing near a wall for support, simple band exercises like seated rows, bicep curls, or lateral arm raises can dramatically improve upper body function. What's more, resistance training boosts bone density, which is critical for preventing fractures. Studies consistently show that even 15 minutes of light resistance band work 3 times a week can increase muscle tone, improve posture, and enhance balance control. Think of it as teaching your muscles to stay awake. They may age, but they do not have to weaken. The second exercise that outperforms walking in total body benefit is water aerobics or swimming. Water provides buoyancy, a natural cushion for your joints, making it one of the safest environments for physical movement, especially for individuals dealing with arthritis, joint stiffness, or excess weight. In the water, you can move freely without the pounding impact that comes with land-based exercise. Moreover, water resistance strengthens muscles throughout your body while simultaneously improving cardiovascular health. When I treat patients recovering from hip or knee replacements, I often prescribe aquatic therapy as an early-stage rehabilitation tool. But even beyond recovery, it's a lifelong exercise that preserves joint mobility and muscle coordination. A 45-minute water aerobics session can improve your stamina, strengthen your heart, and even alleviate back pain. Remember, your body doesn't know whether you're lifting weights or pushing against water, it only knows resistance, and that resistance builds strength. Now, the third exercise I recommend might surprise you: Tai Chi. Though it originated as a martial art, Tai Chi has evolved into a therapeutic movement system that trains both body and mind. I often describe it to my patients as meditation in motion. The slow, controlled postures challenge balance, flexibility, and focus all at once. Research has shown that seniors who practice Tai Chi regularly experience a 50% reduction in falls, along with significant improvements in coordination and cognitive function. As a surgeon, I am particularly interested in its impact on proprioception, that is, your body's awareness of where it is in space. Proprioception naturally declines with age, leading to instability. But Tai Chi strengthens this sense by teaching your muscles and nerves to communicate more effectively. And beyond the physical benefits, the mental calmness it brings reduces stress hormones that can interfere with healing and immunity. It's not just an exercise, it's a form of self-prescribed therapy. The fourth exercise that surpasses walking in effectiveness is Pilates. Many people associate Pilates with younger fitness enthusiasts, but in fact, it was designed to rehabilitate injured soldiers during the early 20th century. Pilates targets the core muscles, those deep stabilizers in your abdomen, back, and pelvis that support every movement you make. When these muscles are weak, everything from your posture to your digestion suffers. For seniors, strengthening the core is vital because it improves balance and protects the spine. A strong core makes bending, lifting, and even getting out of bed safer and easier. In clinical settings, I've seen remarkable improvements in spinal alignment and pain reduction among older adults who commit to Pilates-based routines. Even simple chair Pilates or mat routines can awaken muscles you haven't felt in years. Remember, when your core is strong, your entire body moves with more confidence and less strain. Finally, the fifth exercise, and perhaps the most underrated of all, is balance and coordination training. Many people underestimate the importance of balance until they lose it. I often remind my patients that it's not muscle loss that sends most people into nursing homes, it's falls. Exercises that challenge your stability, such as standing on one leg while holding onto a sturdy surface, gentle heel-to-toe walking, or using a stability ball, can drastically improve your equilibrium. I sometimes incorporate light yoga postures into these routines, such as the tree pose, which develops ankle strength and joint awareness. By maintaining balance, you maintain independence. Your ability to stand tall, move steadily, and recover quickly from missteps determines whether you age with dignity or vulnerability. Now, my friends, as important as these 5 exercises are, the way you approach them matters just as much. Too often, people over 60 fear exercise because of past injuries or chronic pain. But I want to assure you, exercise doesn't have to hurt to help. The key lies in proper form, moderation, and consistency. It's better to do 10 minutes a day with focus than an hour once in a while with strain. Listen to your body, not your pride. Begin each session with gentle stretching, stay hydrated, and maintain proper breathing. When discomfort arises, distinguish between good pain, which signals muscle activation, and bad pain, which signals potential injury. If you're ever unsure, consult your doctor or a licensed physiotherapist before making adjustments. There's another dimension to this conversation that we often overlook: the connection between physical health and emotional well-being. Movement triggers the release of endorphins, natural mood enhancers that help combat depression and anxiety, which are common in older adults. Many of my patients report feeling alive again after beginning a simple strength or balance routine. They regain not only physical ability, but also confidence to travel, to play with grandchildren, to live without fear of falling or dependence. Remember, health is not merely the absence of disease, it's the presence of vitality, and that vitality must be cultivated intentionally through motion, nutrition, rest, and mindset. So when I say that these 5 exercises are better than walking, I don't mean to diminish walking's value, far from it. Walking is still an excellent habit for cardiovascular health. But as your surgeon and friend, I encourage you to elevate your routine beyond what's comfortable. Challenge your muscles, stimulate your joints, and engage your mind. Because every time you move with purpose, you send a powerful message to your body. I'm still here. I still have strength. I'm not done yet. And believe me, your body listens. As we continue this discussion, I want to help you understand how to safely integrate these 5 exercises into your lifestyle, especially if you are managing health conditions such as arthritis, diabetes, hypertension, or previous joint surgeries. Safety, my friends, is not about avoiding activity. It's about choosing the right intensity, the right environment, and the right mindset. Every movement you make should serve your longevity, not threaten it. Let's walk through the practical side of these exercises so you can begin confidently, no matter your current level of fitness. Start with resistance band training, because it's one of the most adaptable tools in modern senior fitness. You don't need a gym or heavy weights. What you do need is a strong, elastic band, a stable chair or wall for support, and a commitment to gradual progress. Begin with light resistance, the kind that allows you to complete 10 to 15 repetitions with mild effort, but no strain. Focus on controlled breathing. Inhale when you release. Exhale when you pull. Strength work must never be rushed. Speed breeds injury. As a surgeon, I've seen countless shoulder or knee injuries caused not by exercise itself, but by improper form. Always keep your movements smooth and your joints aligned. After a few weeks, as your muscles adapt, you can increase the resistance slightly, but remember, the goal is endurance and stability, not exhaustion. The reward will be a body that feels capable again, a back that's straighter, arms that lift with ease, and legs that no longer tremble when you climb stairs. If you have access to a pool, I strongly urge you to embrace aquatic exercise. Even if you're not a swimmer, simple water walking or gentle movements with foam dumbbells can produce tremendous benefits. The buoyancy of water supports your body weight, reducing stress on your joints by up to 90%. This is especially helpful for individuals suffering from osteoarthritis, a condition that affects millions over 60. Water resistance also provides a 360-degree workout. Your muscles must work in every direction to move. That's why even a slow movement in water is far more demanding than it appears. The beauty of water workouts is that they combine cardiovascular training, resistance, and flexibility all in one session. For beginners, I often recommend starting with 20 minutes, twice per week. Gradually increase to 40 minutes as you grow comfortable. Always warm up by gently moving your arms and legs through the water before starting any vigorous motion. A simple mantra to remember: move more, float more, heal more. Now, when it comes to Tai Chi, safety and consistency are key. You don't need a large space or fancy equipment, only a quiet corner, comfortable clothing, and focus. In my clinic, we teach Tai Chi by emphasizing posture. Keep your back tall, shoulders relaxed, and movements slow but deliberate. Never lock your joints. The goal isn't speed or strength, it's control and awareness. At first, you may find it challenging to memorize the sequences or maintain balance, but that's precisely the benefit. It trains your brain and body simultaneously. Neurologically, Tai Chi enhances coordination between your motor and sensory systems. Think of it as brain training for your body. Over time, patients report feeling lighter, calmer, and more agile. It also improves blood flow to the brain, which helps preserve memory and cognitive function, a hidden benefit not often mentioned in exercise discussions. If you struggle with stress, Tai Chi's breathing patterns can lower cortisol, the hormone responsible for inflammation and fatigue. In just 15 minutes a day, you can begin to feel transformation not only in your muscles but in your mood. For those exploring Pilates, I recommend working with a certified instructor initially, especially if you have spinal or joint concerns. Pilates demands precision, small, controlled movements, that strengthen the deep, stabilizing muscles around your core. One of the most effective ways for seniors to start is with chair-based pilates. These exercises eliminate the need to lie on the floor, making them accessible to everyone. You'll work on posture, breathing, and alignment while building strength in your abdomen and lower back. Over time, this reduces back pain, supports digestion, and even improves balance. I often tell my patients, when your core is strong, everything else becomes easier: walking, bending, even breathing. Just as the foundation of a house must be solid, your core is the foundation of your body's movement system. If you dedicate even 10 minutes a day to this practice, your spine will thank you for decades. And now, the often overlooked but perhaps most vital form of exercise for older adults: balance and coordination training. Begin simply. Stand behind a sturdy chair, holding the backrest lightly. Lift one foot and hold it for 5 seconds, then switch legs. Repeat this 5 times. As your balance improves, try letting go for a few seconds. You can also practice heel-to-toe walking in a hallway. This challenges your stability and foot coordination. Yoga-inspired poses like the tree pose or warrior stance are also effective, provided you have support nearby if needed. Balance training doesn't just prevent falls, it teaches your brain and body to react quickly if you stumble. It trains the small stabilizer muscles in your ankles, knees, and hips, the ones that often weaken first with age. I've seen patients who once relied on canes now walk confidently after 3 months of daily balance work. The secret is consistency, not intensity. Just a few minutes every day can reclaim a sense of control that many believe lost forever. Let's now explore how these exercises work together. When combined, they form a complete wellness system: resistance for strength, water exercise for joint health, Tai Chi for balance and focus, pilates for posture and core stability, and coordination training for safety. Each one addresses a different dimension of aging, and together they create what I like to call functional fitness. Functional fitness means training your body for real life activities: standing, reaching, bending, and maintaining independence. It's not about building muscle for vanity, it's about preserving dignity. I've performed surgeries on countless individuals who might have avoided the operating table if they had maintained strength and flexibility earlier in life. Muscles act as shock absorbers. When they weaken, the stress shifts to your joints, leading to wear and tear. So every small movement you make to strengthen your body today is an investment in your mobility tomorrow. Nutrition also plays a powerful role in supporting these exercises. Think of your body as a living engine. Movement burns fuel, and the quality of that fuel determines how smoothly it runs. As we age, metabolism slows and protein synthesis declines. Therefore, older adults require more high-quality protein to maintain muscle mass. Include sources such as fish, eggs, lentils, and low-fat dairy. Combine this with foods rich in calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D to support bone health. Hydration is equally essential, especially if you're doing water workouts or sweating during exercise. Many seniors underestimate dehydration because the thirst sensation decreases with age. So make a habit of drinking small amounts of water consistently throughout the day rather than waiting until you feel thirsty. Beyond nutrition and exercise, I'd like to highlight another often neglected element: recovery. Healing and strength gains occur during rest, not during exertion. Your muscles rebuild and adapt while you sleep. Therefore, ensure you get at least 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep each night. Avoid caffeine late in the day. Keep your room cool and dark, and maintain a consistent bedtime routine. Gentle evening stretches can also promote better sleep quality by reducing stiffness and calming your nervous system. As a surgeon, I can assure you a well-rested body heals faster, resists disease better, and performs movement more efficiently. Now, let's address something that might surprise you: Motivation is a biological process, not just a mental one. When you exercise, your brain releases neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin chemicals that make you feel good and keep you coming back for more. This is why many people find that once they start moving regularly, they begin to crave the feeling of energy and clarity that follows. So if motivation feels difficult at first, don't wait for inspiration, let action create it. Begin small, 2 minutes of stretching, 5 minutes of band work, 10 minutes of walking. Momentum grows naturally when your brain begins to associate movement with pleasure instead of effort. Another tip I share with my older patients is the importance of social movement. Exercise doesn't have to be a solitary task. Join a Tai Chi group in your park, attend a senior swim class, or invite a friend for pilates. Human connection releases oxytocin, a hormone that reduces stress and supports heart health. The laughter, the encouragement, the shared goals, all these elements multiply the benefits of physical movement. Loneliness is as harmful to the heart as smoking. Community is as healing as medicine. Technology, too, can assist you. There are now countless mobile applications and wearable devices that track your steps, balance, and even posture. Some offer guided exercise programs tailored for seniors. I encourage you to use these tools not as a source of pressure, but as a source of accountability. Small reminders and visual progress can be remarkably motivating. You are never too old to learn something new, and adopting even a bit of digital support can keep you consistent and safe. Lastly, let's talk about mindset. Many older adults approach exercise with fear of injury, fear of embarrassment, fear that it's too late. But science tells a different story. Studies have shown that even individuals who begin exercising in their 70s or 80s experience significant improvements in strength, endurance, and longevity. Your muscles can rebuild. Your balance can return. Your heart can grow stronger. The human body is astonishingly resilient. It never stops responding to care. So when you move, move with gratitude, not guilt. Every repetition, every step, every stretch is a statement that you still value the life you've been given. Remember, these 5 exercises: resistance training, aquatic movement, Tai Chi, pilates, and balance work are not simply ways to stay fit. They are tools for reclaiming control over your body, your confidence, and your freedom. When done correctly and consistently, they can help you live not just longer, but better with vitality, clarity, and joy.